challenge number 1. Where's my notepad? Midnight Sun, okay. That's a pretty good universal one. We can do Midnight Sun with almost everything. Let me just make a note of these here. There. Midnight Sun. Nice thing about Midnight Sun is, like I said, it can pair with basically everything. Hey Matt, welcome in. Happy Friday the 13th. That looks like Diet Debbie by like a pixel. I think that's Diet Debbie. What did we come up with last time? To just do both? We could do both. Yeah, we'll do both. It was the second spin, so we've got 2. Let's just do both. Midnight Sun, that is... It has to remain day. Midnight Sun, I should probably put NES Advantage over here. In my notes, I put Midnight Sun, Diet Debbie, Midnight Sun. Welcome in, Vegas. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yep, we got Midnight Debbie, we got the NES Advantage. It'd help if I spelled midnight correctly. Midnight Sun. We'll rearrange those as we, when we get everything written in. Now, last Friday the 13th, I only completed 1 of the 4 triple spin attempts. So I'm hoping we'll maybe do a little better tonight, but... Hey JR, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. I don't like how that's, I feel like that's maybe not... that's... No, a little more this way. It's fine. Okay, so unfortunately, my trusty dog bone controller has to be moved. Let's put that over here in exchange for the NES Advantage. This chair is so loud. Now the hard thing here is going to be... Oh wait, can this be done? Can Diet Debbie and Midnight Sun go together? Have to keep it day. Yeah, I don't know if those 2 would pair. I think we're gonna have to do a 3rd spin and replace Diet, let's see. Well, we'll see what we get for the yeah, I just kind of thinking about that. I'm like, wait, I don't think that actually... If it was Afraid of the Dark, no problem, but we can't kill anybody else to force daytime, and Debbie's got to be entering cabins for all of her fights. And basically you're relying on RNG to hope Jason kills the other counselors. Rescue me. Why is the mouse moving like that? Oh, the NES Advantage was on top of my keyboard. So we're gonna swap out Diet Debbie with Rescue Me. Just because Diet Debbie with Midnight Sun is going to be a big problem. Oh, wait, will Rescue Me work with Midnight Sun? No, Rescue Me won't work with that either. Because that's all cabin fights, and we've got to keep it day. Welcome in Jeremy, JR, Jet, Bedwa. Hope you're all having a good Friday the 13th. Oh, excellent. Thanks for the good luck, Bedwa. Always good. I know PGH is playing too. Hey Desert, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. COVID anniversary. Can Three Stooges work? Wow, Midnight Sun is causing a lot of problems here. Three Stooges isn't gonna work either. Midnight Sun again. Oh. Now Midnight Sun and No Cabin, those pair together very nicely. Oh, that's gonna be horrible. They pair together well, but that is so bad. Oh, that's awful. Why is this moving? Okay, we need to change diet, Debbie. What is going on, OBS? What are you doing? No. It's hard to type around this NES Advantage. Okay, what is happening here? Can I lock everything in place here? Docks. Why can't I lock that? The screen keeps moving and I don't like it. Okay, maybe we can move it this way. Yeah, this is a absolutely horrible. Like at first I was like, oh, this is fine. This is something that can definitely be done. Why are you doing this, OBS? What is wrong with you? Like my window in OBS keeps moving and I thought there was a way to, it's supposed to be locked. Why are you moving? Oh, well, I guess we're just not going to be able to move that. So yeah, this was, I was thinking, oh, this is good. This is a great one. No Cabin, Midnight Sun, because Midnight Sun is, No Cabin is always going to end up being Midnight Sun. And then I realized that we're basically going to be stuck hitting Jason with nothing but knives until I can maybe luck out into a machete. Oh, this actually might not be doable either. Yeah, this is going to be seed dependent. Because I can't go into cabins to rescue the kids. Oh, this is Midnight Sun is causing so many problems here. Okay, let's spin again. Yeah, we can do that. I'm gonna write down Conga line, and then at like 2 minutes later, I'm gonna be like, oh wait, this actually won't work. It's like, what is going on here? Why is this all moving? Maybe if we do this? Okay, maybe lock, there we go. Okay. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, Midnight Sun goes so well with everything, but that's Afraid of the Dark. Afraid of the Dark goes with basically everything. Midnight Sun does not go with everything. Wait, what? No, I don't want to fully lock that. I need to be able to move this stuff around. All right. Let's see if I miss anyone. Welcome in Target, Game Pro, Jeremy, Atma. Hope you're all having a great Friday the 13th. Oh, wow, 6 years ago that Disneyland shut down. I did not remember that. Okay. Let's see, so we've got Midnight Sun, Conga line. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Wait, how did this get unplugged? So we can't let it get to night, but basically I'm just going to have to let Jason kill other counselors off and only use my cabin entries to save the kids. Yeah, Quickshot would be absolutely miserable. I'm kind of tempted here to do like half of the... Wait a minute. Night Sun Conga line. Oh. Like, I'm kind of tempted to try and grab the... Like, I was like, do I want to get the torch note? We're just gonna let Jason kill. It's like, do I want to get the torch note and start the quick torch process, and then not actually get the quick torch until day 2 or something? But no, that doesn't seem like a great idea. So what I'm gonna do, I guess I could go grab a key and get the machete. I mean, Jason's just sitting there. The machete wouldn't count as me. That does. I don't believe that counts as a day-night cycle and going into the cave. The power glove would be, well, as they say in the commercial, so bad. Welcome in Dimension X. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. All right, I just want my vitamin. All right, we already got the key there. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna get that machete. Nope, missed that third one. Oh, the B button, I forgot the B button on this thing sticks. Ooh, wow, that was lucky. I was like, she's not diving. Hey Gordon, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, I'm glad this isn't with the power glove. That just sounds like it would be terrible. If we can wait right here. I'm assuming Jason's actually through by now. Because he had to run all the way over there. So maybe it's midnight. Oh, this is Conga line. I forgot about the Conga line part. Oh, it's so hard to keep track of all this. So because of the Conga line thing, I can only scroll the screen if a zombie is there. So day 1 is actually the worst part for that. All right, so Jason's up at the cave again. Vitamin. Can't believe I forgot about the Conga line. Well, NES Advantage unfortunately does go with basically everything but Quickshot. No friends with Conga. It's a very sad, sad challenge. Okay, we're just gonna take it nice and slow, grab our vitamins. Maybe grab a knife. At least when the zombies move faster on day 2, this won't be as bad. Hey, can I at least get a knife for when we start running into Jason here? I'm actually thinking I might be better off. Whoops, that was dumb. Now you can scroll the screen on the lake without a zombie present. That's a good question. Oh, he's killing someone else. That was Noodles. Way to go, Jason. All right, let's center the screen here. Now, I'm just gonna stand here and kill zombies while we wait for Jason. Because the more of these zombies that I kill, the quicker we'll be able to get a machete. Yeah, this is... the hardest part about this is remembering the Conga. Like, Midnight Sun and NES Advantage, I feel like no problem. But combining it with Conga Line, where I constantly forget that I can't scroll the screen without zombies around. Trying to, like, do, like, one challenge for each day might actually end up being something that is harder to find combinations for. Plus, I like having to try to, like, if I just had to do Midnight Sun day 1, that'd be easy. Then Conga Line day 2 and then day 3 with the NES Advantage, those would all be so easy. But combining all 3 of them is where I start to screw up and we get the comedy. That was George, so we're 2 down. Oh, crap. Why am I not jumping? I could have jumped. Like, I could have done things to dodge Jason. But I didn't do things to dodge Jason. So basically, each day, we get 5 entries into the lake cabin. Before it gets to dusk and we fail Midnight Sun. And unfortunately, with the knife, we're really only using one, we're only getting 1 bar of Jason's health per battle. And I can't really chase him down because of the Conga Line either. Like, normally I'd follow after him and try to get some extra path fights, but I can't do that because of the Conga Line. So we've just got to kind of stand here and hope that Jason runs into 2 more counselors. And we get fights to the death. Yeah, this is real. Like, I'd like to try to chase him down and get some path fights in, but when you have to wait for zombies to scroll the screen, you're not going to really catch up to him. I mean, I guess I could just sacrifice a few of the kids. I mean, I don't have to keep them all alive. Alright, so we're just gonna hang out right here. Here he comes. See there, if I could have chased him, but because there was no zombie on the screen, I had to stop and wait. Yeah, it needs to... Day 2 is going to be a lot better. I think when I normally did Conga Line, I always made it night too. Uh-oh, here he comes. 43. But I can't make it night and get extra zombies on the screen because it's Midnight Sun. Hey, M's Grandpa, happy Friday the 13th and welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Uh-oh. Jason kind of looks like the Grimace from McDonald's fame. So this is already 2 cabin entries, and he has barely been touched. The video's starting to glitch? What's going on with it? Hopefully Windows updates didn't mess anything up, because this would be the worst possible day for that. Actually, let's go this way. See, this is the problem with some of these where you can't enter cabins to save anybody. Like right now, I've got to hope that these other counselors end up in Jason's path somewhere. Perfect. So we just need Jason to kill one more person and we're golden. Doesn't matter who that one more person is. But if he can kill one more, we're all set. Oh, okay. It looks like I'm not dropping frames at least, which is hopefully good. Oh boy. Alright, we need a new zombie. Preferably, yes, over on this side. Very good. I gotta get this machete. That way, at least cabin fights will be 2 bars worth. There we go. Alright, let's wait for a zombie. Zombie was still on screen when we shifted a little bit. Where is it? Perfect. Alright, so that was Debbie. Now I just really gotta hope that Mark or Paul are here. Because if Mark or Paul are in the cave loop and he runs into either of them, we're fine. Then every path fight will be a fight to the death. Actually, let's go back this way. Wait, between these 2 trees. Yes! Oh, we are all set. Holy biscuits! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, Jacob. Much appreciated. Enjoy your counselor badges, Matt, Peter, Washi, Shadow, and Wolf, courtesy of Jacob. We've got the early access to videos, counselor badge, and emotes. He's not the happiest cat. Yeah, I don't know how much I'd like to. Well, at least I mean, it's like Jason wasn't as big on the hospitals, like Halloween 2 all hospital. Freddy, people sleeping. Actually, why don't we go this way? Tacos sound delicious. Oh, we got the Zelda and Lorelei emotes. Oh, yeah, good call, Atma. Yeah, dropping a like on the stream will help YouTube push it out to more people. Stop getting hit. Wow. Mark and Chrissy, the only 2 left. So we got to keep this zombie on the screen. That was not a great way to do this. Okay, so now every fight is a fight to the death. But I guess the real question here is, do I want to risk going into a cabin and doing cabin fights. I mean, yes, I'm much more comfortable. Like, if this was a dog bone controller, yeah, we do that, no problem. But with the NES Advantage, am I comfortable trying to do cabin fights? Especially on day 2 or 3 that are 96 hits. Especially when I can't rely. I mean, I could take like 5 minutes to run through the forest and grab all the extra vitamins. Wrong direction. Having the machete is so nice here. Even when the B button sticks. Alright, just made it. So we do 3 bar, every 3 machetes is 1 bar of Jason's health. And I'm guessing we're gonna end up needing like a total of maybe 82, no wait, 81. Since I don't think he had that many hits before we actually got into this fight. Well, that many bars. I'm trying to conserve this vitamin for day 2 and 3. There we go. Well, the turbo button, it would be fine, but then I'd be taking damage too. And I have to try to conserve Chrissy's health as much as possible. Okay, good. This way, zombie. With the faster zombie speed, we might be able to... Yep, caught up to him. Let's say the faster zombies on day 2 and 3 are such a big help. Alright, so now I've just got to do this without getting hit. Probably got about 90 machetes left. With a sticky B button. But that could be one challenge completed, and on last Friday the 13th, I only completed the first challenge the wheel gave me. All the others were fails. Whoops, should not have done 3. That's right, this is, I'm thinking this is day 1. On day 2, you only want to do 3 hits max. And that's only if you've got the space and your timing is right. This is so much easier than the Quickshot, though. A sticky B button would be a great band name. Welcome to the stage. And I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable with the NES Advantage here. Like, if I ever made it out to NES Fest, which will probably never happen, and I was doing this for part of their stream, and someone did the donation to make the whoever's on play with the NES Advantage, I think I probably wouldn't have many problems with that. Because, I mean, these path fights are going, well, at least now. Who knows what day 3 is going to bring. Assuming I even get there and I don't forget to, like, not let the screen scroll. Nope, you were supposed to throw another one, Chrissy. That was only 2. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Squeezed in a third. I'm over mashing just a little bit, so I'm hitting B when I'm already in the throwing animation, and then I don't get to throw another one. Nope. not turning around enough. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Jeez, that's starting to hurt my pinkies. That strong winds. We had 50-mile-per-hour winds here today. It's been absolutely obscene. And then, between Saturday night and Sunday morning, well, Saturday night and Sunday night, we're supposed to get like 18 to 24 inches of snow. It's like, what is going on? This is way too much. Now let's go to this side. Keep the zombie on screen. Thought that was a knife, but I think there is a vitamin over here a little more. Like right over by this cabin, maybe? Yes. Okay, NES Advantage, Conga Line, and Midnight Sun. Still got everything. Unfortunately, we are going to have to lose 5 kids. Wait, they're spawning the zombies on this side because that's where I had the screen scroll. The game's trying to put them in front of me. Alright, here goes. Alright, now I can turn around. I was like, I need a zombie to pop up and let me know where when he's coming. Because I was facing the wrong direction. Alright, 5 vitamins and a machete. So Chrissy's got full hits and 5 vitamins, and Jason needs 90 more. And then we'll have started this Friday the 13th celebration out on the right foot. A flamethrower would be really nice to melt all that snow. I haven't even turned on our snowblower in a couple months, so hopefully everything's working with it. Yep, they said, the forecast from last night from one of the, like, meteorologists for one of the news stations said our area has like a 52% chance to have 18 to 24. And they're basically saying it's guaranteed to have at least 12 to 18. So we've already told the kids we're not leaving the house on Sunday, we're not going to the store, we're not going to friends' houses, we're not having friends over. The only time anyone's going outside is me to clear the driveway and sidewalks, and to trample down a path in the yard so the dogs have a place to pee. Because we've got 2 tiny little Shih Tzus, and that much snow just goes way over their heads. So I basically have to kind of run through the yard and trample down a path throughout the whole yard, and then make a couple spots off to the side. Freddy will just go pee wherever he's got a chance. Like, he's very easy to get to go to the bathroom, but George is so easily distracted. Like, he goes outside and his first thought is there rabbit poop in the yard that I can eat? So that's not very fun, but I still got all my winter stuff out. And we've had snow like this probably like 4 or 5 years ago. We got, I think it was 20 inches on April 15th. Uh-oh. It's so much harder to break him out of his rage with this controller. There we go. It's good to know that I still can react to what I'm seeing with this. Uh-oh, he's mad again. And we're just gonna try to sneak a hit in there. I'm honestly surprised I didn't mess up the conga line part again. At least I don't think I did. It's so hard to keep track of all 3 of them in your head. Nope. if I had the torch, that wouldn't be an issue. But even with all the vitamins, you're going to be taking so much extra damage. Because the torch is 3 times stronger than the machete. Plus, I don't like the turbo is giving myself an advantage. And I know this is the NES advantage, but for these challenges, my whole thought on these is to make them, they have to be possible to do, otherwise what's the point? But they also have to, I try to make them as difficult as possible while still having them possible. And using turbo would just be a little too easy. Well, easier, that's not the right way to do it. No jumping is, no jumping is basically stone-only cabin fights. That's the only way you can fight Jason. Because jumping is how you get items to spawn. So if you can't jump, you can only use stones. And you have to fight him in cabins because no counselor can do the necessary 160 stones without jumping. Even with a turbo controller there, that would be not possible. Even with the sweater, that wouldn't work. Because the sweater, I can only get about 80 hits in from full health with a really reliable mash, and that's only halfway. Well, I guess you could do that with one counselor and then have them die on the path. But still, that wouldn't actually work that well. You'd only... Without the sweater, I can get about 30 on a good rhythmic mash. Which you'd need to do 6 times. Whoops. Well, still first hit this far in. Wonder how many of these are actually going to let me play with the dog bone. Because 3 spins is a lot more spins to end up getting something like Immortal and then Quickshot or NES Advantage. He's gotta almost be dead soon. Yeah, it does. I have no idea if that's actually a legitimate count at 50, but it certainly seems that way. It seems like every 3 or 4 passes I'm throwing it in the wrong direction or just not throwing at all. He's mad. Still mad. There we go. No longer mad. Come on, Jason. Let's get this one in the books. There we go. I've never actually watched Highlander. Yeah, Freddy's off to the side, just kind of making faces, and we got him with a couple of those. Thanks for the GG's, Brody. Oh, welcome in, Brody. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Thanks for the GG's, Jason, Jeremy, Jacob, Kyoto, Vegas. So we are 1 of 1 tonight on Friday the 13th triple spins. So let's head back to our wheel, see what we're getting next. No jumping, what a shock. Can't believe that popped up next. If this is, if I can use the dog bone, I can probably do this, depending on what the second is. No, can't do a perfect game with no jumping. Oh, that's really bad. No jumping in, so you can't miss a single throw in a Deadeye. If this wasn't Deadeye, that would be fine. But this is gonna go so poorly. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do cabin fights without missing a jump. I mean, missing a throw. There's just not enough health on day 3 to do long dodges the whole time. But we're gonna try it until we get 2 fails. Hey, but at least I get to use my dog bone. Yeah, that's right. These were 2 reds. All right. At least we can plug in the dog bone again. Ah, my trusty dog bone. All right. Here we go. If it was no jumping immortal, that would just be a respin. I looked at the map. This is no jumping, Deadeye, and what was it? Oh, no map, yeah. Hopefully I have Chrissy here. I did this wrong. Biscuits. Gonna have to kill Chrissy. Actually, it really doesn't matter. Well, I'd like to keep a faster counselor for the cabin fights. And we can, but that just... To me, at least, that doesn't seem as difficult. Like, doing a no jumping day 1, a Deadeye day 2, and a no map day 3 is... pretty... Why am I not just running him into the pit? Like, doing them separately like that? Hey, sweetie, hold on. Hold on, hold on. How was the party? Okay, you're good.
She was very excited.
Nice. Can you say happy Friday the 13th?
Happy Friday the 13th.
So what did you do at the party?
Tell Daddy where you went.
We went to Oakland.
Oh, you went to Urban Air?
Can I come down a second time when I'm out?
Yeah, you can come down again. Yeah, you should go get ready. It's pretty late.
I wanted to say
They say happy Friday the 13th.
happy Friday the 13th.
Go get ready for bed and then we come back down.
Who is he attacking? Alright, love you baby, see you soon. Who is Jason attacking? Uh-oh, I think we got the dogs down here. Well, you want to... They can come down later. Okay.
I'm holding him though. Mommy has Fred.
Don't jump in.
Okay.
Alright, here, let me turn off the... That's the wrong button.
Right
Here.
Dad.
Alright, you want to bring George over?
Yeah.
Alright, come here, Potato. We've got a special Friday the 13th visit from the dogs. Come here, George. Oh, you are not very well situated here. Ugh.
Let's try to hit something.
Hi, Georgie. This is George. He's our Potato. The one I was mentioning earlier that prefers to eat rabbit poop versus go to the bathroom.
Bend it up. Down one.
They can come down again, yeah. Here.
Mom, can you go get him? No, I want him.
No, Josie. Now.
Here. I'll lean forward to grab Freddy. And this is Freddy in his nice fancy old man sweater.
I'm going back now. He's the calm one.
Yes, Freddy is so good at going potty outside.
And go up just.
He walks like a gentleman.
Yeah, they won't want to go up the stairs. They're gonna want to stay down here. Oh, thank you, Frederick. He's named after Freddy Krueger. You should put him in his Freddy Krueger sweater when he comes back down. You just sneezed in my mouth.
Dogs like the camera.
All right, Freddy. There you go. We'll see you in a little while, buddy. Have fun.
Bye-bye.
And we did not look at the map, so we're good. I don't even know if I'm gonna get to day 2 on this. Alright, now we just have to take it nice and slow and hope I can get back to the lake before Jason kills all the kids. Wait. I could just run. And just plow through any zombies that appear on the path. This is not a smart idea, though. Mark was already hit a bunch of times by Jason when he was taken, because Mark was the one that was being attacked there. And we're gonna wait for the 33-second mark to pass. Okay, so we're gonna lose a kid, but we won't have to worry about Jason flying across the lake. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the dogs absolutely love the snow. Except for when it's really, really cold out. I gotta make sure not to be too aggressive on these. Hey, that's 10 hits without missing one. This is such... Nope, there's a miss. I shouldn't have done 3. Okay, attempt 1. Now for attempt 2. And if this one fails, then we respin. And we're 1 for 2. Yeah, without... If this, like, no jumping and no map is no problem at all. But Deadeye is what really makes this one. Oh, 30 inches? That is just... That's way too much. Too much snow. No, I don't think this is close enough to the cave. Yeah, Deadeye is rough. It's deceptively bad. Like, if I could do path fights here, path fights would be no problem. I just have to take a little extra time and make sure I'm facing the right direction. But having to do everything in the cabin fights is what really makes this. Hey Fireball, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, I'm guessing it was, and realistically it was probably just an issue with not having enough memory to add like beds or anything, but that's always bugged me. I want to try to take the bed from Little Nemo when Nemo's jumping into bed between levels and try to add those in on some of the like little graphics things that I make. Oh, perfect. Not sure why I killed Debbie there. We did not need to kill Debbie. Alright, we're just gonna go. I got 9 seconds before he... Why am I stopping? It's better to take a zombie hit than it is to take a Jason hit. 45, 44, made it! Yeah, I was trying to... If I move too far ahead, then a zombie's gonna appear in front of me. So I was trying to take it slow there. Just so I would conserve Chrissy's health. That almost missed. And I tried to dodge too early. You gotta remember, only do 2 rocks on the backup. Don't try to do 3. So basically all we're gonna be doing, if this day 1 somehow gets cleared, is going right back out to the lake and waiting for Jason to do his lap. That's all this is gonna be. Oh yeah, the music on this is incredible. Maybe not necessarily this track, but I love the cabin theme. It's one of my favorite video game tracks ever. It'd be a lot more interesting to get to do this in day 3. I mean, I don't think day 3 has a chance, even if I get there. Just because you can think you've got your dodges lined up really well, and... Or I might just throw one out of habit when I'm not lined up right. Just stopping at 2 is making this much better, though. Yeah, I think that's one of the other fun things about doing 3 at once. Because then I've got to remember all 3 of them. And it's forcing me to work around a bunch of extra things instead of just 1 at a time or 2 at a time. And that's part of the fun, like even the double spins, unless we're getting something like perfect games on there, the double spins, they're definitely a lot harder than singles. Like singles, the only thing that's gonna really give me issues is like if I have to do a perfect game or something. And even those I could probably pop out a perfect game like half of the time now. But when you do doubles, you get some really interesting combinations, and then triples, once you actually roll and get something you can do. Hey Tech Guy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, that's what I like about it. Like this, there's really not much in this game that gives me a challenge anymore. So trying to do things like this to stack challenges on top of each other, it makes things a lot harder. Like a Deadeye run alone can be a problem, just because you're not allowed to miss any throws. And like I was saying last run, if you do this if you can do this in a path fight, really not that big of a problem. Like I did that Immortal Deadeye run a couple months ago. 864 bars of health for Jason, and I didn't miss a single throw. So that's not that bad. It's only 480 rocks to do it with only stones. So I can definitely do that, but it's just adding the cabin fights into the mix here. When you're not allowed to miss a throw. That's what makes this so much, like, cabin fights are normally blah and boring, and I avoid them just because they're not that fun. And I just can kind of zone out. But this, where I've got to really focus and make sure I'm not missing a throw. I almost did a throw there, and that one would have missed. Thankfully, my thumb was a little off-centered. I even heard the B button get pressed down on the controller, but I didn't actually throw anything. Alright, we're getting there. Would be really cool to get a no cabin Deadeye into day 2. almost did a third throw there. Glad I held off on that. Probably could have done a second there, but I didn't want to do that at that point in the pattern. Alright, we're down to 10. Six. 3. That is day 1 without missing a throw. Yeah, I think what I'd end up... No. That could be a big problem. I should have kept... If I would have remembered not to kill Debbie there... If I had Debbie alive... I could have just switched to her. Sat her down. I didn't look at the map, but Jason was right. Chrissy happened to spawn right in the bottom right cabin of the lake loop. That does include, yeah, anything I throw can't be missed. I looked at the map there because it was already, well, I tried to, but it was already, did I look at the map? It didn't matter anyway. But yeah, Chrissy started day 2 in the bottom right cabin of the lake loop, right here where George is. And Jason was on the forest route, so he hits that cabin instantly. After he attacks the kids, he goes straight there. So if I still had Debbie alive and I remembered I didn't kill her at the start, because you only need 2, Jason will fight to the death when there's 2 counselors left. So if I still had Debbie alive, I could have just switched to her. Then, waited a couple seconds for him to attack Chrissy in the cabin, then switched back to Chrissy, and then we'd be in a cabin fight with Chrissy there. And I could easily switch between the 2 of them without looking at the map. That wouldn't have been a problem, but because I made the mistake of killing Debbie earlier, there was nowhere for me to go when Jason ran up. So that was just me being stupid, 15 minutes ago, past 0, killing Debbie and not having a backup counselor there to switch to in case that exact situation came up. Hey Bandit, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. So we are 1 for 2. Let's go back to the wheel and see what this is going to give us this time. Diet Debbie, okay. This will be an interesting one to try to find 3 things to pair with. Nope, can't do no cabin with Diet Debbie unless I kill other counselors first. Okay, just give me Afraid of the Dark. Afraid of the Dark and I can do this. No, that's the wrong one. We want it to be dark, not light. Hold on a sec. Night Sun. Quickshot. Diet Debbie Midnight's. I'm wondering if this is doable. I'm trying to do routing on the fly here. Oh, thank you so much for the raid, PGH. If anyone has speedrun this game, you have likely used PGH Guitar Guy's guide. He is kind of like, of everyone that speedruns Friday the 13th, we're all under the PGH Guitar Guy tree. He's like, I've been asked before why I haven't made my own any percent guide for Friday the 13th. And that's because it would be pointless. I couldn't make it better than PGH's guide. We've already got a guide that covers everything much better than I could do it, so why would I make that when we've already got PGH's? Yeah, how was your stream? What was I know you're doing some Friday the 13th and I think some Ninja Gaiden. How'd that go? A perfect game, Stone Only and Immortal we would not do that. That would be absolutely miserable. I've only done one God run. And that's just a perfect game in Stone Only, adding Immortal into that. Hey Steve, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Oh boy. Midnight Sun. Oh, hopefully that went well. I know I popped in for a little bit while we were getting dinner ready, and it looked like your best time for the night was like 2:49 or something like that. Oh, 2:48. Beautiful. Oh, and that's Jaws? I don't need it on the PlayStation Store. I got my original cart right here. And I will be getting the limited run one whenever the physical version ships this summer. Midnight Sun, Diet Debbie, and Quickshot. I'm gonna try it. I am going to try it. I think I might have a way around this. Diet Debbie, Quickshot, and Midnight Sun. So the Diet Debbie challenge is Debbie only, and you have to end the game with 9 or more vitamins. The Quickshot is using this monstrosity, the flight stick. And Midnight Sun means if it reaches dusk or night, I lose. So this is a very it's the Midnight Sun part that has me nervous. I've done Diet Debbie and Quickshot before. How do you hold this thing? There we go. Let's do the reset. I can look at the map. We're fine. Okay, so Debbie is over here. That's what she said. I gotta make that into like a sound effect or something. Wait, which button's A and which one's B? Okay, that is B. Alright, so first we're gonna grab the vitamins over here. I'm really not worried about anybody. Like, if Jason wants to attack anyone that isn't the kids, we're just gonna let him die. There's my vitamin. Okay, so we got the 1 here. Let's go back and get the 2 down this way, because you can get 2 vitamins on this section. A 248, that's pretty close to your PB, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna let whoever this is die. We are not worried about them. Wow, that's really good. And that, I'm guessing that was pretty rusty too. It's been a while since I think you've been primarily doing Ninja Gaiden lately, haven't you? Yeah, the quick shot is so loud. Alright, we're gonna take a slight risk here with, as it comes with Midnight Sun. We're gonna get... Oh, I'm gonna have to get the torch, though. No, actually, maybe not. Maybe I can somehow dodge Jason a bunch of times. Because if I can start the torch process... If I can get that cabin entry and then do the rest of it on day 2, hopefully when other counselors are dead, then maybe we can do fights to the death. So here we go this way, we go left, we grab our vitamin, and then we go to the right. We grab our other one, and then... The little trick with the forest, if you see 2 up paths, that means that you're gonna see a cabin in that section. If you see 2 down paths, that takes you to, 2 down paths will take you out, one of the 2 down paths will take you out of the forest. Oh boy, I really need to... Actually, no, I could just let one I just need one, I can go into cabins. I just can't go into the cabins too much. So here, like here, this is the lake cabin, the forest cabin we don't want. Wait. I did want to go in the second door, though. The second one. Now we go right. And down. And we're out. Let's see. At this point, I'm just kind of wandering around until Jason kills somebody else. I want to get down to fight to the death levels. I guess right now I could go I can grab the other vitamins by the cave and maybe grab a machete from Pamela just to use until we get a torch. Strawberry moonshine. Very delicious stuff. Let's get this knife out of the way. So there's one more vitamin over here, off to the right. Then we can grab another extra one. There we go. In the cave. Assuming it doesn't spawn. I'm not jumping over the pit with Debbie. But we can go here. And then go all the way over here. Alright. This is gonna be fine. It's not fine. Forgot how much worse this was with the really slow counselor. Alright, got her. I would have loved... I guess I could have tried killing zombies until a machete spawned, and then we could have actually got an axe from her. But this will at least speed up any Jason. Like, if I run into him on a path, I can probably get 3 bars of his health gone. This is a really rough seed for this right now. Because it looks like everybody... like all the other counselors are just moving from when they're moving around, they're going away from Jason. Yeah, like see, he went all the way around to the kids again without even touching one of the other counselors. Which is why it's so difficult to do some of these, like, to do cabin only stuff. Because you end up with seeds like that where he alternates, where the counselors will be moving out of his way back and forth. And it's really annoying to try to get them back where you need them to be. Because we need counselors on Jason's path. Like right now, I've only got 3 cabin entries left before it hits dusk. And this is just one of those things where the RNG seed that I had for this might cause it to really not be something we can do. Like, I don't even know what route he's on at this point. I really need him to attack someone else. And I don't want to just, like, jump into cabins and hope. Like, if he was in the forest route, he would have likely been over... Well, I don't know, Debbie's so slow, I might not have made it in time. I was trying to jump. Yeah, Debbie is just, she's... Oh, wait, what do we got here? Okay, he is on the cave route. Which is fine. We are just going to let him get his kill. I mean, what do I want to do while all this happens, though? Like, my health is relatively low. I don't necessarily want to meet him outside right now. Well, maybe I could get in... We'll test. That's not what you need to do right now. Like, if I stand right here, he will get into a fight with him before he comes through. Okay, that was 1 hit, but I only got 2 bars of his health gone. That's not a good trade-off. I didn't even get the 3rd. And we have to maintain the 9+ vitamins. I think I've picked up all the vitamins. Maybe, did I get this one? Yeah, we picked up all the vitamins. And I was gonna go and try to get an extra cabin fight with him, but we can't get an extra cabin fight because that's gonna tick a day-night cycle. So I have to wait. Yes, beautiful. Okay. So if he kills 1 more counselor after this, just 1 more counselor, then we'll be in fight to the death territory. So we're just gonna sit right here. Actually, I'm gonna sit a little bit off to the side because I don't want to accidentally go into... A lot of times if I see that crow pop up, especially if it's a high crow, let's do that again. If it's a low crow and it swoops, I can usually get it with the machete, with a weapon. That was just terrible. But if it's a high crow, it's so much more difficult to hit. So let's stay away from the dock again. So he's attacking whoever that is. He's gonna run around, go down the south part of the map, up into the lake loop, go to the left, and then hit the kids from the left side of the lake. So we're just gonna wait here until he does that. And then hope that that there's a counselor in one of the 3 cabins on the forest route that he hits. Because this is, I believe, cabin entry 3? I mean, I can let another batch of kids go if I need to, that's fine. It is so difficult to do these dodges and cabins with like, that's one of the things about getting the torch or something like that. I should be able to mash him down quick enough on a path fight. Especially when we get into fight to the death territory. Uh-oh. Suction cups. The suction cups for the quick shot stuck to the table in front of me. Good thing this isn't Deadeye. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we just need him to kill one more counselor. Be so much easier if I could switch to someone else. Actually, I think I'm just gonna... There's no reason for me to go wandering the map. I guess I'll just sit here. Actually, maybe we'll go to one of the... What do you call them? One of the path docks. That way I can at least hop in and out to avoid a crow. So much waiting. So we're running out of we're running out of cabin entries though, which is the problem. Because at this point, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting another path fight. Another counselor kill there. I think he's just running just running through. So I guess at this point, we'll go sit over here. Low crow, please. Biscuits. Got it. All right. So now we're just waiting here again. Huh, it always shoots them that way unless you're moving in that direction. Looks like it defaults to in front of you, which makes sense. Come on, Jason. Yeah, you shouldn't... She shouldn't be rowing while drunk. Let's see, so I got the 7, 8, 9... I think there's one more vitamin left deeper in the cave that I don't really care to go to right now. Three. I'm so tempted to... Well, no, I can't at this point. I don't have the day-night cycles left. Nope, that's it. It's dusk. So we got one more try on this. And hopefully we'll have a better seed. Ooh, this could be the any % seed. If there's an instant buzzer and he's attacking Paul, this is the any % seed. And we should have both Paul and Chrissy dead right away. Dentist Jason. Nope. Like this one, this is why I was so skeptical of doing this before. Because when you have challenges like this that require you to do cabins, very difficult to avoid losing all the kids. Like, that's the big part that stops everything, is trying to avoid losing kids. No, I think I just miscounted. It should be 5, well, this is 1. Oh, I bet you it ticks 1 when I go into the cave. Yeah, I think it must tick 1 when I go into the cave. So maybe it does count Pamela's room as a cabin, even though it's not a cabin. Well, that is very interesting. So I guess this time we're gonna work on getting our machete through good old-fashioned zombie kills. And I'm just standing here waiting around. Son of a beaker. Yeah, see, this is the last thing you want on a run like this, is for Jason to end up attacking the kids before he gets a single counselor. That is just really, really bad. So now I've got to let the kids die again. And I might as well just let them die twice. If I can get to the point where it fights to the death, we don't have to worry about the time of day anymore. I feel like there's a vitamin that didn't show up right there. Yeah, I feel like if you send your kids to Camp Crystal Lake, there's a reasonable expectation that Jason will be there. I'd say Dentist Jason, because I think Isaac Yankum was just Kane. Yeah, it's I believe 3 cabin entries to get to night after it's dusk. Where am I? Did I just grab another vitamin over there? It was, okay. So at least we've got, well, no, I don't have the cave vitamins yet. Let's go grab the cave vitamins. Click, 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 click. Oh no. Unfortunately, that 12th hit won't count. Because it stops tracking his damage when he's leaving the screen. That's not great either. It's only one. That's only one. One counselor dead through 2 laps. Yeah, I've heard he's like, Kane is really, really smart, so it's not surprising that's kind of what he started doing after wrestling. There's my vitamin. So we're gonna grab the other cave vitamin, and then I guess we're just gonna start heading back towards the lake. Perfect. We'll go to the right side of the lake, so we won't have to worry about Jason showing up on the path, and then we're just going to start knifing zombies in an effort to get to 60. Because if we go to the left side of the lake, Jason's going to hit us before he hits the kids. And if I'm going to be doing a path fight or two, I want to do that with the machete. Nope. We'll grab that. Camp Crystal Lake could have just been a dental camp. Hey, Bourne, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Alright, that was 5, 6, so that's 1/10 of the way to a machete. Unfortunately, these kills don't count. So this is cabin entry number 2. Right, hold the quick shot very tightly. We have 13 vitamins now. And if I get a really nice mash going, I should be able to do a full path fight. If it's a fight to the death, only losing 1 vitamin. But I don't want to try to get... Well, I mean, I could go for the sweater on day 2. But I feel like that could be more of a problem than it's worth, because Debbie's just so slow. Beautiful. Alright, cave loop. He's attacking someone else. We're just gonna sit here and click, click. Click, click. While Jason kills someone else. The nice thing about the cave loop is there's 4 small cabins he goes into, so that's 1 extra chance for a counselor to be in harm's way, versus the only 3 that he has on the forest route. For the longest time, I did not know who, like, I knew the name Sean Penn, but I didn't know what he looked like until he guest starred on Friends. And I was like, oh, that's what he looks like. Got a very distinct voice, too. This is so much waiting. Where's my zombies? Okay, we're just gonna reset the screen there. I think it was trying to spawn a crow. I don't think I've ever actually seen Fast Times at Ridgemont, unless it's not something different. I'm thinking at Ridgemont High. My chair seems to be off-centered. There we go, that's better. All right, good, another kill. So now we just need 1 more counselor to die after this. After this one, we need 1 more counselor dead. And we are all good to go. There it is. And there could be a 3rd counselor in that bottom left cabin of the lake loop, cave loop. So we could have someone else there, and by the time he gets back around to the kids here, we're at our fights to the death, and we're in really good shape then. Because then if I can finish the quick torch, we should be able to just wait on the path and mash Jason down. I'd like to ideally keep 2 batches of kids alive, because I really don't want to go into a day 3 cabin fight to keep from losing because of the kids. Because that would just be miserable. Even if it's only 32 hits and I've got to keep above 9 vitamins. Come on, let's hear the buzzer. Yep, my kids are upstairs. My youngest will be down here shortly. Well, that's part of the fun of these challenges for me, is trying to, like, especially when you get combinations like this, it's like, can I do this? Like, for all I know, this might not... Well, it's very seed dependent. Like, this is definitely doable if you have an RNG seed that allows enough counselors to die by themselves without you intervening. Unfortunately, that's not happening here. But we're gonna start getting 2 bars per cabin fight instead of the 1. See, so he's going to the forest route now. I don't think Debbie's fast enough to do it, but I'm gonna see if I can meet him in the forest for like a quick path fight. Unfortunately, there's no buzzer here, so he did not attack. There was no one in this cabin for him to attack. And it's not, I can't exactly duck into a cabin and just see where anyone is either. There we go, that was 3 bars of health. That was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Because 9 hits before the screen started lagging and he got away. So that was, I mean, I got hit twice, so I guess that wasn't exactly the smartest thing. But we got 3 bars of Jason's health gone. Yes! We are all set. It's ladies' night. We're gonna have a fight to the death. Next time he gets around to the kids. And we're gonna be fine. Then on day 2, I can go and grab the torch. And then we can just kind of chill. Because that'll only be 2 more cabin entries, well, 3 more cabin entries actually to get the torch. But we'll still have 2 more to work with. So yeah, this is looking very promising right now. As long as this ladies' night will be completely ruined if this is Chrissy that's getting killed right now. Ladies' night is a success. Laura died. Where's the emote?
Kill her, mommy. Kill her.
Oh, hold up. There it is. Hurry up and attack, Jason. The dogs are back down here. Everything's off. Oh, he's wearing his sweater.
Eliza insisted.
Come here, buddy. I can't pick him up without the chair is very loud. I need a better chair down here. Come here, Frederick. All right. This is his namesake sweater. Here, Freddy. See, look at this. His Freddy Krueger sweater. Oh, hi, buddy. Yes, my little guy. Oh, you need to, yeah, you got some stinky puppy breath. Hi, bud. Yes, he loves his Freddy Krueger sweater. She's off camera, but my wife is rolling her eyes at this. Hey, Half, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, given how quickly they had to make this game and everything, they did a great job. It was just so confusing. I would do puppy swap. Here, let me, hold on. There we go. There you go, Fred. Go to your kid. All right, come here, potato. See, that's dark. You're not, I know that's dark, so. All right, and now here is Georgie again.
Has his diaper on.
Yep. George, a couple times ago when he went down here, he got very excited and peed on a chair in the other room.
He's in his diaper.
Hi, Georgie.
Show it.
No, I don't need to show his diaper.
Why, he's so cute
All right,
again.
come on, buddy. Hold on.
This is...
There we go. All set. All right, sleep good, sweetie. Love you. We're going shopping tomorrow morning, remember? Because we got to do all of our shopping before the storm hits.
Night, love you.
Love you. Sleep good. Yep, they're both Shih Tzus. They're actually technically cousins, I believe, right?
Yes.
They were doing.
Well, I don't know what everyone else's weather is like, but ours is going to be very cold. There. I'm very surprised he was in his sweater, but I love that. Yeah, LJN didn't give them a whole lot of time. I have found that once people figure out how this game works, they tend to really like it. But the problem with getting to that point is just that it's so complicated. And like now we at least have things like the internet. Like I've got a definitive guide on this game that tells everything that I've learned over this that's helped me do stone only no hit runs. But that's something you have to actively be searching for. And back when this was released, I don't remember hearing much about this in Nintendo Powers or any of the other stuff like that. And the manual, basically useless. It doesn't tell you much of anything. Oh, 2 German Shepherds and a bunch of cats? I know, well no, my youngest daughter wanted a golden retriever, but we don't have a fenced in backyard or anything like that, so it'd be very difficult to have, to be able to help keep the dog not, drain its energy. Plus, my wife is allergic to dogs, so that would also be a problem. That's why we had to get Shih Tzus, because we needed something hypoallergenic. Otherwise, our plan was to go to a shelter, but we couldn't really find anything at a shelter that she wouldn't have allergies with, and unfortunately, some of our friends they had 2 different dogs they got from one of the shelters around here, and nothing that they were told by the shelters was accurate as far as the dogs went. So they ended up having to rehome one of them themselves and bring the other one back. Which just really sucks. I mean, I know the shelter's got to try to make more space and everything, but it would have been nice if they had done a little more to try to find the right home for those dogs. But thankfully, the one they rehomed themselves, we know that went to a family that was a much better fit for that dog. Let's see, so he's going to the forest route next. As long as I can get the torch here, and we don't run into him on the way, we should be fine. But the problem is, it's the forest route. Debbie is so slow, and I could be running into Jason on the forest route. If she's starting too far away, am I better off letting him attack the kids, getting the torch, and then meeting him on the other side of the lake? And then just kind of going back to the left side of the lake to finish day 3. Five months sounds about right, yeah. Hey Matthew, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Kylo Ren, that's a perfect name for a very energetic dog. Yep, I'm that's a terrible starting spot for Debbie here. Do I go for the sweater? I think I do. Hey Jason, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. It's like, yeah, with Debbie starting all the way over here, it's very likely that I'd run into Jason in the forest by the time I got over there. So I think the better option here is to let him get the kids one more batch, try to get the torch and get to the right side of the lake to end day 2 there. And then if I can get to day oh. This is going to be an extra cabin entry. And I already went in. Maybe this will count towards my torch cabin entries. All right, this one's going to be a double. This is not going well. Debbie, you're so slow. So that was basically so pointless to get the thing. That was such a waste to get them to get the sweater here. I'm hoping I didn't end up... Uh-oh. Actually, I think this is over. I mixed that up. I thought he was on the forest route and I was fine. I would have actually been good to go get the torch. Yeah, we're gonna be below 9 vitamins. That's gonna be a fail. Oh well. I could have sworn he was in the forest. He would be on the forest route. I should have just went for the torch. Oh well. So we are 1 for 3 now. I'm guessing they used all items. Okay, that's a good start. I'm guessing they just had like third parties that they contracted out with to make these games. Like I know they worked with Rare on Nightmare on Elm Street. 3 Stooges and all. Three Stooges, that could work. Can't do Immortal and 3 Stooges. Thank you, 3 Stooges, for appearing there. All items 3, that is an interesting combo. No map, 3 Stooges, and all items. So we're 1 for 3, not going great, but this is kind of what I expect. But that's part of the fun. Is trying to come, like this is 3 greens. I love no map. The hardest part about this is going to be working in 3 Stooges. And I get to use the dog bone controller. All right, I just got to remember. Oh wait, not looking at the map. Oh wait, here. So let's do our reset. How do I want to arrange this? Gotta do Mark on day 3 with the pitchfork. Because I'm not doing Pamela day 2. I mean, I'm not doing Pamela day 3 with the slow counselor. You saw how bad day 2 went with the slow counselor. So this will do George for day 1. They all have to use different weapons too. I almost looked at the map. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I know exactly where we are. He's got to be in one of 2 cabins. He's either got to be right here, or he's got to be in the top right. And he's right here. I've never actually played Beetlejuice, but I have played a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, all items too. Oh, woof. So we're gonna get the torch for George right away. Oh, I gotta do all items though. I just looked at the map. Shouldn't have done that. It's such a habit there. Glancing at the map right after that. Terrible habit. Would not recommend. Yeah, that's like part of the fun there. It's like, when do I get the machete though? Okay, that's gonna be the top right corner of the lake loop. In the cave loop. I don't even know if George can make the trip in that quickly. Yeah, I don't think he makes it in time. Gonna fail a triple green. Wait, maybe he's got this. Assuming I have the right cabin. If it's 17 or 18 seconds after the buzzer, after the initial game start. Beans. Okay. Maybe he started in the top right, and it was actually the cabin back there. Wait a minute, there is one way out of this. If he's attacking Paul or Mark. Actually, no, that's fine if he's... Okay, he was attacking Paul. We can use Paul. With 3 Stooges, you can only use the guys. So if he was attacking one of the women, then we're still okay. But I can use Mark, Paul, or George. Oh yeah, Acclaim, is that did they do Double Dragon? Alright. Why is this not working? All right, there we go. I forgot where George was. Okay, we're in the cave, obviously. We're gonna save that key. Uh-oh. Okay, so he's making a run for the kids now. He must have been in this cabin attacking Paul, so we know Paul is there. want a better... Give me a better vitamin placement. There we go. So I am gonna get the machete here, just so we get the machete off the table. Oh. So I gotta remember, I have to get everything. That wasn't great. Okay, so that we've got our machete. I can grab the axe while I go and, Actually, let's... No, we'll save that knife. I can grab an axe. Wait, who is he? Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in the top left. So Paul was in the top left there. Yep. A Dreamcast game? Oh, Trade West is Double Dragon. Okay. That's right, the wrestling one. I never really played Superstars, but I played, like, I think it was... No, I never played WrestleMania. I think Superstars was the one I played. The one where you basically just knock someone down and then you give them a bunch of elbow drops. Alright. So we can't look at the map. We gotta get out of here. Nope. We're running away. Oh, I have to get the... I forgot about the flashlight. We're gonna get the flashlight with, We'll get the flashlight with Mark. Don't want to get the flashlight with Paul or George. Yeah, I just have to get all of them across the characters. No, 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 no. Get out of there. Nope. Made it. We're gonna let the kids go. Did I already get that note? I hope so. Yeah, I completely zoned out on the flashlight. I was so focused on getting the... Oh wait, we gotta make sure we don't spawn a wolf. Okay, good. So now we'll get our axe. What? Oh, that's right. Okay, that's fine. I guess we'll get the axe with... Well, that's right. I'm going to be getting the axe with Paul on day 2 anyway. That's not smart. You don't want to spawn the... You want to keep zombies on the screen at night in the forest, so you don't have that happen. So... That's fine, actually. We're getting a torch. One of the requirements I give myself in this is I have to use a different weapon with every... Oh, son of a... Beaker. Okay, I completely screwed that up. Alright, we're just gonna start lighting fireplaces. That's right, I completely screwed up getting that. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the torch through fireplaces either. This is going to be a very long day, Actually, let's just kill zombies and get another machete. Okay, so he's got to be in the bottom right of the lake loop at this point, because that was a really quick fight. Why am I even doing this right now? We can get the flashlight with Mark. It's so nice when a plan doesn't come together. Oh, I love this game. I almost hit the map. Yeah, I've spent well over 1,000 hours on this game. Once I learned that Jason had a set route that he follows, I was like, okay, I need to know everything there is to know about how this game works. This is gonna take so long. I almost looked at the map again. Jeez, I gotta remember all the large cabins. Okay, there was 2 in the lake loop, there's 1 here. There's 2 in the cave, and I think there's 1 on each side of the cave loop. A Beatles challenge? And it probably wouldn't be too difficult to change Mark's name for the ROM hacking crowd. Oh no, he's must be further over. Oh, that means he's gonna be, oh, there we go. He's gonna be attacking Mark right away again anyway. Say, maybe I should grab another set of vitamins here. Yeah, this game didn't get a lot of my rental money because I basically went and, childhood me, went and ended up having this purchased pretty quickly after I think maybe 1 or 2 rentals. It wasn't like it was an expensive game or anything. Did I light that other fireplace? Alright, Jason's gonna be attacking Mark, who is right over here. So I guess, yeah, we could get the torch with Paul for day 2 then. I mean, day 1 is absolutely miserable here, but day 2 and 3 are gonna be, because getting the, I mean, with Paul, get the axe on day 2, and then we get the machete, I mean the pitchfork with Mark. See, we got 4 vitamins. Yep, you'll lose, kids are in batches of 5. I can't pull up the map. Actually, I can, so you can see it, but there's the 3 cabins in the middle of the lake. And on Jason's route, he'll always end up at the left side of the lake where he'll attack the kids. And each cabin has 5 kids, and the kids start dying at 30 seconds left on the timer. So if you get there within 30 seconds, you're fine. But if, and then they'll start dying as the timer goes down. And then when the timer hits 0, he'll kill that whole batch. So if you get like if you have like 11 kids, you've got 60 seconds when he goes into that cabin before he kills the last one. Hey Vidbits, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Oh, thank you. Oh, how'd your runs go? Hopefully they were very, very nice. Wait, oh, that's right, we're looking for Jason in here. Did I light the... Okay, I did. I don't know why I'm still going about trying... Well, I mean, I've got plenty of time here. We're just kind of waiting for Jason to attack people. Due to the slight botch. Alright, let's go this way. Did we get him in time? Yes. Rats. Was really kind of hoping for a 9th hit there to take 3 bars away, but nope. So instead, we're just gonna go this way. Should probably pay attention to where the zombies are. We don't want to use a vitamin. But I'm trying to I just glanced over. I'm like, oh, all the challenge text is completely off-centered. So we're gonna go move these over to the right a little bit more. That's better. That was gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, we just had to do a Diet Debbie one, and I mixed up the path Jason was on and got stuck in a... That was not good. I got stuck in a path fight with him on a fight to the death with the machete, because I also had to keep it light out, so that just did not work well. Hey Dank, hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was a Friday the 13th every month. It's such a great day. Come on. That was so early. Sorry, George. Yeah, I love Jaws and Nightmare on Elm Street too. I haven't really played any of their other games. Which direction do we want to go? I guess we're gonna go this way. Okay, so he's on the cave route now. Which is good, because I need to go over there and light fireplaces. He should be far enough ahead. This is George. So I just need to get to the large cabins over here. Should be, this next one should be large, yep. So we'll go in here, we'll light this fireplace. Pee-wee's Playhouse would be a really interesting game. I wonder how they, like, what they do with that. Hey Howie, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Thank you so much for the Crispin Glover bits. Much appreciated.
Is just too lazy to pull out my NES.
Oh, don't care about that note. Yeah, this is, well, I play this game usually every Wednesday night too, but usually Friday night is for like Link to the Past or Super Metroid randomizers. Beans. There we go, that was 3 bars, but now George is in pretty rough shape. The manual had a couple useful pieces of information, like keep the slow counselors around the lake and send the fast ones out to go find stuff, which is how I played a lot as a kid. But a lot of the other things, like it says if you have Pamela's sweater, Jason won't harm you. That's just a complete lie. He just does half damage rounded down. So that part is not accurate. Alright, we're getting close here. Yeah, I like the cabin theme, but the rest of the music to me is kind of repetitive. Like, the overworld theme here, this one, I don't mind it that much, but I love the cabin theme. The Jason fight theme could really use a little more... It could have a little more going on in it. I'm not worried about getting a Jason fight in the cabin here. I'm worried about avoiding a Jason fight on the path. Actually, I was gonna pull up the map. Don't do that. There should be a vitamin right here. Okay, bonus vitamin. Now Jason will show up over here on the path, but he's probably attacking someone in this cabin right here. Yep. I said they had like Funhouse, American Gladiator. I actually enjoyed American Gladiators. I thought that was a fun one. Yeah, I have no idea how many people it would have taken for like them to program something like this. Okay, come on, we gotta sneak out of here. No, 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 go. Don't stop me. Yes. Flashlight. Okay, now we can fight him anywhere. There should be a fight to the death. So we've got the flashlight. The only items we need now are the axe, torch, pitchfork, and sweater. And the first thing we're gonna do is take Paul. We're gonna do the whole quick torch process. We'll let another batch of kids go while Paul's doing that. Then we'll get the torch with Paul. And we'll pick up the axe on the way, because you can get the axe on the way to the torch. And then we'll be good. And hopefully completed 2 out of like 4 or 5. Why are you at the cave, Paul? You couldn't have been over by the lake. My key? You're not gonna give me a key either. That's okay, I think I can get the key over in the forest still. Yeah, there's so many things I'd like to ask people that worked on this game. Like, there was a graveyard in the bottom right of the map, bottom left of the map, and I would have loved to know what they had planned for that graveyard. Alright, hopefully there is a key over here. Good. So we've got our knife, we've got our key. You can force an axe spawn if you make enough screen transitions in the forest. That's probably why the axe didn't appear. So now when we leave the cabin here, the axe will be on the floor. So there, axe. Now we just need to... Oh, I have to get the sweater. I was right over by the cave, too. We gotta grab a couple vitamins. Or maybe we'll just grab one.
Welcome to God's country.
Hey, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Okay, he's in the bottom right. So he's on the forest route. God, I'm almost looking at the map. I wanted this, not this cabin, it's the next one. Now the next question here is, it's It's Mark. We have to keep him alive. I was gonna say, if this was one of the counselors I didn't have to keep, that wasn't right. Do I just let them die? Because I should have went and got that sweater right away on day 2. When Paul was still over there. Because, I mean, it is only 10 hits, and I've got a vitamin. But last time, this went so poorly. So Jason's going to be on the forest route. And we are just going to disregard him. God, if he attacks... Well, actually, no. Mark is safe. And we've already used George, so technically if George dies, we're still okay. Because he's played his part. Maybe we can make it back on time. Oh, that's doubtful. Oh, if that's Mark, though, if Mark moved... Because counselors will move every 90 seconds at day and dusk. This is going to be a double. So if Mark moved, he would be moving right into the line of fire there. Yeah, I believe if Mark moves, he'd end up moving right into Jason's path. And actually, we can test this. All right, Mark is still good. Oh yeah, we can use George. He's one of the guys, one of the 3 Stooges. So I am allowed to use him here, but my left dodge is not working right now. That's not great. Hopefully the pad on this controller isn't starting to go, because I need my dog bones. Alright, so we've got the sweater. We have the axe. The only item we have to get now is the pitchfork on day 3. We know exactly where he is now. Definitely the Larry. It's not a random shuffler. They hop from cabins from cabin to cabin in a certain order. And like if the cabin they were gonna go into is full, they'll bounce to the next one. But I don't know what that pattern is. Like I know some of the cabins that they'll hop between, but not like we have a code diver for this game. His name's Rossi, and he actually went through the code and made a map showing where the order the counselors will hop cabins from. And he's actually the one that also looked up and found that they move every 90 seconds during the day, and every day and dusk, and every 150 seconds at night. But that only counts time that you're like on the overworld like this. If you're not on the overworld and like you're in a cabin, that timer won't be moving anymore. Yeah, Rossi, Obi-Wan Rossi has been like, he's the one that made Race Percent for us. His partner Pandemonium was learning the speedrun for this, and she had PGH's guide up, and I said, PGH, there's someone learning this game, and they looked and they're using your guide, and we went into chat and we were just kind of talking about it, and had mentioned that we were hoping to have Slush Filter, if he could get the time, make us a ROM hack where he would always get the good RNG seed, so then we could do like races and stuff like that. And then the next morning, Rossi sends PGH a message. He's like, hey, is this the race percent you guys were looking for? He made that entire ROM hack for us in one night. And then so much of it was expanded on too. Like now where you see like the red bar around Paul's health, that was changed to blue so we'd know if race percent was running. And then he took out the cave and added an in-game timer. So like as mods for this game, when someone submits a speedrun, we don't have to look at it anymore. We just have to view that, like we don't have to time it. We just have to look at what the in-game timer is at the end. This is a terrible location, Mark. Okay, I just need one key and a knife before he kills the kids. There should be a key right over here. Unless did I grab that one? Okay, there should be a key, yep, key right here. All right, we're fine. As long as I don't pull up the map, we are all good. So day 3, Pamela, this is gonna be 15 hits with the knife. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't release this closer to Halloween. So the one thing to note for day 3 Pamela fights, hey Jingo, welcome in, hope you're having a good Friday the 13th, is you want to remember the pattern 2-3-2-1. That is the number of dives Pamela's gonna do. She does have a different delay there, that's a little harder for me to keep track of in my brain. But if you just do 2-3-2-1, there are 2 dives here. Next one will be 3. Now 2. And her next one will be 1. And now she's going to go back to 2-3-2-1 again. Two. 1. Now we'll do 2 again. But now we got the pitchfork. That is all items. And now we gotta bolt back to the kids. And not jump into a knife. I mean, this is still, we got plenty of time here. We're gonna let a couple of the kids go there. Jason will show up at 43 and 33 seconds left on the timer. So he would pop up if I ran into the lake right now, like see here, boom. And Mark's health is not looking great. But we only have 32 hits left. And as long as my left dodges work, I can do damageless path fights without much of an issue. Where is he though? I think he was just on the forest route, so he'd be going to the cave next. And what I look for here is for Jason to leave the corner. Every time he leaves the corner, that's when I start my dodges. And then he's always following the same pattern over and over again on day 3. So when he comes from the right and backs up, that's when you get your chance to hit him. So we are just gonna fly across the lake here and try to catch him. Or a path fight. And hope I don't see a knife spawn. There we go. 2. Now here you wanna jump and face away from Jason, and when he gets into his throwing animation, that's when you wanna turn and jump over his head. If he's stuck in his throwing animation, he can't back up. If you jump too early, he'll back up and you'll land on top of his head. Alright, so we're gonna wait right here. There is biscuits! I was just about to say there is a knife here. Well, we got the pitchfork. We did get all items. So now we have to get a machete. Or Actually, no, I don't know if the torch is gonna work for me again. Because when you go to Pamela, it tends to cause problems getting the torch. I almost looked at the map. Let's go this direction. I'll try to get another quick torch. If it doesn't work, we'll just get a machete. Hey, Tylo, if I'm pronouncing that right. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Welcome in. Yep, normally on Fridays we're doing like a Link to the Past or Super Metroid, but it's Friday the 13th is always such a special day. I should have done this on a path. If I did this on the path, we could have got an extra bar. Oh, thanks for the follow. So yeah, we'll do this. Unfortunately, losing that pitchfork is gonna give me a lot more chances to pull up the map. And this is attempt 2, so that would be a fully failed challenge from looking at the map twice. Alright. So let's get out of here. I like to wait a little bit to the left of the middle, like go to the middle and then a little bit more to the left. A little more reaction time if he stops and throws the axe. Right now, we're gonna let him go into the cave loop. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he kills someone else in there. Paul and George are both perfectly... They've done what they were supposed to do. Yeah, I don't know if it is going to let me get another torch with this, because I know I've had issues completing the torch process if I've already been to Pamela that day. I'm not sure if there's something specific about that causes that problem, or if it's all something in my head. But if we can get another torch, we're fine. And so far it's working. Yeah, I know it's like, there's like some of the really old games, you see the memes, like I told my kid I'd buy them a PS5 if they can beat this game, and the game is like this or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Everyone can get their own torch, but I've seen the torch process get messed up before. If I had if I had already gotten the item from Pamela. Actually, we are gonna go do something stupid here. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Run away. Oh, I have to go do this cabin fight. I was hoping to grab a vitamin, just in case things go really poorly. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you, Crow. The Crow had just spawned off screen when 43 hit, and that blocked Jason from showing up. Oh no, is this gonna be a fight to the death now? With the way my left dodges have been failing, I don't want to have Mark die. So I think I've only got two hits here to work with. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. But if the dodges aren't going through, yeah, this is a fight to the death. I would have been so much more comfortable doing a hitless fight on a path. It's so bad that I've got to the point where I'm more comfortable doing path fights, damageless, than cabin fights now. No, you gotta throw that. 3, 2. There we go. 2 challenges completed tonight. Okay, that's twice as many as we got last Friday the 13th. I have a lot of, like, when my parents, well, I don't think they planned this, but, like, once we got a Nintendo, I stopped being such a pain in the butt, because I was either outside or in the basement playing the Nintendo. That's all I ever did. Thanks for the GG's, Matt, Brody, Tylo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that relatively close. Oh, that's a good one. Laura babysits Kevin. 9:22, we got time for another spin. Another series of spins. Thanks for the GG's, Dimension X. If we just did 3 Stooges, we're not going to do that again. We'll respin. It's going to give us Immortal or Stone only. Conga line. Conga line and no cabin. Okay, I like where this is going. Thanks for the GG's, Bedwa. All right. Now, normally for Last One Standing, we pick the furthest counselor away from Jason at the start of the game, and they are our survivor, they're our last one standing. But because this is a no cabin run, we can't go into cabins. We can only do damageless path fights with Mark or Chrissy. So we are going to always make our last one standing Chrissy. Because she's the final girl, Mark is not. Conga line, no cabin, and last one standing. So let's move these around a little bit. Yeah, never choose Laura unless you're choosing who dies first. Which we will be doing shortly, so we will be choosing Laura for that. Yeah, day 3, if you do the long dodge, that's a 4-frame window, so about a 1/15th of a second. But if you're doing the double dodge, it's not as bad when your controller functions. Oh yeah, I knew Atlas I knew Atlas developed this game. I played Persona 3, 4, and 5. 4 was my favorite of them. 5 was great. 3, it depends. The male main character in Persona 3 I thought was really boring, but the female one, and that's the version I played on PSP, I found her to be a lot more interesting. Like, they seemed like they gave her a personality, whereas the male one, they really didn't. Let's move that up a couple ticks. Well, the first thing we have to do here, because this is last one standing. Oh, I have to remember I have to wait for zombies. Okay, unfortunately she is not very close to the cave. Hopefully he's not attacking Chrissy right now, because counselors will start taking passive damage at the 40-second mark. Oh, I can't go into cabins. If I can't go into cabins, I have to, well, basically have to be doing this with the knife. Conga line, no cabin. Like, we're gonna have to do everything with the knife, or... I mean, technically, well, I guess the game does consider going into the cave to be a cabin, though. So maybe I retire getting the machete from Pamela. Like, to me, that's not a cabin. But the game clearly considers it a cabin. Because it ticked away one of my day-night cycles a couple runs ago. I wish they had more time to see what they could... Like, I really want to know what that graveyard in the bottom left of the map was going to be. Because I think one of the items you could get was like a cross. Alright, Paul. We're waiting for the zombie. Yeah, one thing with this too is you gotta do fights to the death, otherwise you're not gonna be able to kill Jason in time. Oh, he's attacking Chrissy. So he's up there. Oh, does this mean we're gonna have an instant battle with Chrissy right when Debbie's dead? I'd at least like the chance to get a knife. That would cut down on 40 hits. Because it's 160 stones to finish the day. Or it's 120 knives. Okay, we're just not gonna move from this spot. Okay, Jason should be well into the cave loop now. Come on. There we go. All right. That just saved us 40 hits. I don't know why I'm grabbing a key. Can't use it. We're gonna grab this knife so we don't accidentally pick that up. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter if we pick up that knife later. We'll grab a vitamin here. And then we're just gonna wait. Unfortunately, I can't change the time of day. Oh, that's right, we scrolled the screen that direction. So, I mean, this is still gonna be 120 hits. Well, 117 now, but... But this will be a lot more doable. Oh, that's right, I had a little bonus thing I was gonna do tonight. I completely forgot about that. Oh well, this run will be over in like 20 minutes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's so many things about like game development and stuff that I've always been curious about. Unfortunately, I was never a good enough programmer to do anything outside of like text-based games myself, and that was just in a watered-down version of Perl that MIRC uses. Yeah, assuming I remember by the time this is done. There's no guarantee that I actually remember I was planning on doing that. Ow. And it's assuming I can actually even get it set up. I was trying to test a few things to get it working before I went live, and then I forgot to actually see if I could get everything loaded right into OBS, which is kind of important. One, two, yikes. Yeah, it's not something that's gonna go up eventually as like a long form or anything like that. So it's just like a little bonus for anyone that was here for the stream tonight. And it's something I think most of it's not anything like new or groundbreaking. It's something a good chunk of people here have probably already seen before. And it is not the ROM hack that makes, it's not the community hack where we're fighting giant Laura. Though that would be, that would be a good backup if I can't get the other one to work. If I can't get the other one to work, then the community hack might be a good call. But in the community hack, people in the Friday the 13th community, PGH, Bedwa, myself, the Cheeseball 81, Popcorn Cannon, and Looking for Giants are the playable counselors. It's really far away. That was a hack Looking for Giants made. And it's awesome. Like, I never knew I wanted to be a playable character in a video game until then. And then we were like, hey, let's change Jason's sprite into Giant Laura. So I went into A Sprite and edited everything there, and then I realized that is the most cursed thing I've ever seen, and why did I do that? But Giant Laura's in the game. There's a vitamin right over here. Just gonna grab that one. We've still got our conga line. Oh, that's right, I was gonna be killing zombies now. So worried about that vitamin, I forgot that I'm trying to build up to get the machete. Wait. 120. It's not one, it's 128 knives, not 120. I can't math. It's 128 knives. So then once day 3 starts, we're gonna take Chrissy over to the other side of the lake again, and actually, I wonder if if I could kill enough zombies on the right side of the lake here and let him do another round of the kids, and I could do that in exchange for getting a machete, that might still be faster. Even spending that extra minute. Because you're saving 32 passes like this. It's like roughly 5 seconds. Oh no, see there? I didn't wait for him to start throwing his axe. He was not stuck in the throwing animation, so he backed up and I jumped right onto his head. 96 machetes. Yeah, if you get 1 or 2 counselors left, he'll fight to the death, or if he has 7 bars of health or less. But that's only really long then if you're using like a knife or rocks or something like that. But the fight to the death mechanic is something I use a lot and for routing challenges like this. Well, I mean, in this one it's a requirement since it's the last one standing. With conga lines and no cabin entries. But in like other ones like that, well, like with the Diet Debbie one, we were waiting for him to kill enough counselors so I could just do fights to the death, and then I completely mixed up his route. So I'm trying to think of how many this would be 3 successes if I finish this one. And was there like 5 or 6 total? 1, 2. 1, 2. That would be pretty, like, fighting Laura with Mega Man, just one shot, completely explode, done. I would love to have more people doing low percent. Eventually I will go back to that, because I'm pretty sure I can get that time down to like 14 minutes or so. Especially since I am a lot better at the game now than I was when I got the low percent record. I mean, 1558 for nothing but rocks is it's a great time, but I know it can be better. Hey, Undead, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, that's stream avatars. Yeah, every time someone says something in chat, it'll pop up a character for them and have them walk around the bottom for, I think, like 5 minutes or something. Yeah, a lot of the NES games were, whoops, ran right through them. Like, it was really, I think it was more uncommon than common to see a game with a development of a year or longer. And some of the games back then, they just threw together. That's another backup. Oh geez, Chrissy's in trouble. That's okay, I'm pretty sure I got a few vitamins here. One, two, three. There we go. Okay, we're fine. Conga line, no cabin, last one standing. Oh yeah, that's Rydia. Alright, okay. Why am I looking? What? Oh, that's right, he's on the forest route. I was looking down like I couldn't look at the map. And it's like, hey, the zombie appeared and ran away right away. So I guess we got about 123 of these to go. Thanks, Matt, Brody. We are gonna finish this one out, I hope. Because I don't want to have to restart this. I am a lot more comfortable with day 3 path fights than I am with day 2. Since Jason doesn't really change his speed as much. He goes from fast to super fast versus slower to faster. Unfortunately, it's a lot slower. How much time is each pass? Okay, on day 3, it's about 4 seconds, so we're getting 15 hits a minute, which would put us at... let's see, that'd be 90, 105... Geez, like 8.5 minutes of this? The reason the low percent time is 15:58 and this is 8 minutes is because I got to towards the end, like you count hits with the rocks, and then if your health is high enough, you just kind of mash down near the end of the day, and I did that on day 1, 2, and 3. So that saves a very significant amount of time. In case there was any question as to how my time on a stone only was 15:58, when this is going to be very long. Hey Boots, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Yeah, like, I still want to know, like, with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, nobody could have, if they couldn't have possibly tested Judge Doom. Like, there's no way you test Judge Doom and you think, yeah, this is the boss we're gonna put in our game. Like, I've played a lot of games in my life, and I have never found another, not even end boss, or like even optional bosses, that are worse than Judge Doom and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, true, the Nintendo seal of quality. Yeah, I want to know, like, what... Like, they're at 1 bar of health. They clearly can't call the kids' parents or anything to come pick them up. They can't call out and have the police come and help between the days. So how are they getting healed from almost dead overnight? Especially, like, Chrissy's the only one alive right now. I'm guessing none of these kids are like a surgeon or a doctor or anything. There's no first aid cabin, so what is going on here? I have no idea what his health is right now. Nope, that was not a good throw. Yeah, that's such a big problem, like rushing game, like with Symphony of the Night on PlayStation. We ended up missing out on playable Maria because they were in such a rush to release the game that we got a like slightly unfinished version. Hey Catcher, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Friday the 13th. Oh, Ernest Goes to Camp. I haven't seen that movie in probably 30 years. I think. Yeah, it would have been out 30 years ago. What was 30 years ago? That'd be 96? I think it's over 30 years old. Yeah, Symphony of the Night is in my top 5 games ever. Nope, right now for me it is 9:42 at night. The reason we don't see wrong way daggers as much is because I don't do as many of these fights with daggers. Otherwise, we'd be seeing a lot of wrong ways. Usually it's wrong way knives and torches. There's another one. Oh, nice! It's a good time of night. Alright, come on, Jason. We're almost done. No, we're probably not almost done. And I don't know how many... I think I only have 1 vitamin, too. Like, I want to try to do a mash down. Maybe we'll just do, like, half of Chrissy's health. Okay, that's... Oh, 30, okay. So he's dead. That is 3 challenges complete.